Before crowns, before courage, before conspiracies, there was a conflict. A queen refuses a king, a banquet turns into a crisis, a hidden orphan becomes royalty. And behind the scenes, God is orchestrating salvation. Esther steps into destiny, but first, another queen steps out of position. The book of Esther opens with Queen Vashti, a woman whose single moment reshaped the future of an empire. And that is our first leadership lesson. Destiny often turns on moments, not seasons. The story recorded in the book of Esther is one of the most captivating narratives in Scripture. Interestingly, God's name is never explicitly mentioned, yet His wisdom, providence, and strategy are everywhere. This series explores timeless leadership and life wisdom from Esther's story. Lessons on honor, preparation, favor, mentorship, positioning, and purpose. Welcome to Wisdom That Leads, where ancient biblical truths shape modern lives and leadership. Scripture does not give us the full backstory, only the moment. King Ahasuerus, influenced by wine and ego, attempts to display his queen. Vashti refuses, not privately but publicly, and suddenly a private disagreement becomes a public disruption. Now, here's the tension. Wrong requests do not justify wrong responses. You might not like how the request comes, but how you respond is your responsibility. Honor must be preserved even when wisdom is absent around us. Your leadership is tested every day, and it is not when everything is right, but even when things go wrong. So here's something to reflect on. Honoring someone is not all about agreement, it is about posture. You can disagree and still honor. You can differ and still be respectful. You see, there's a way you can correct and still preserve dignity. I believe there's even a local saying that alludes to something like this. There's a way to tell a king he's a fool without losing your head. In fact, you tell him and he'll agree with you. Because public dishonor wounds deeper than private disagreement. And often, relationships don't collapse because of conflict, but because of how conflict was handled. In marriage, we see some of the clearest mirror of this truth. The balance in Ephesians chapter 5 verse 33 is profound. Husbands are called to love, wives are called to respect. And obviously, both King Ahasuerus and Vashti failed in this moment. See, love without respect breeds resentment. Respect without boundaries will breed distance. But when both exist, honor thrives. Therefore, wisdom teaches us to protect each other's dignity, especially in the moments of disagreement. Honor does not mean silence, but it requires wisdom in expression. This applies everywhere. In friendships, in church teams, in leadership environments, in workplaces. Gift and charisma may attract people, but honor keeps them. And sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is not prove a point, but preserve a person. Your greatest test of honor will not come in celebration, it will come in conflict. And wisdom asks this question: will you win the argument but lose the relationship?